prospective study. What do you mean by the prospective study? So prospective study is nothing but it is a cohort study. It is a forward study. It is a study which starts from the impact of exposure to the end point. So given exposure, we try to observe the incidence of the disease. That is the concept of cohort study. It is also a follow-up study where a group of the people is follow up to the certain period of time when some group will be given the exposure and some may not given the exposure and try to observe the incidence of the disease. Retrospective study is a inverse of prospective study. It is also known as a backward study. It is also known as a case control study, case reference study. These all are the common terminology in the medicine. In prospective study, to observe the certain amount of the incidence of the disease, we require a lots of time. And if the study is incomplete or the follow-up is incomplete, then it does not give the valid result or the impact of exposure on the disease. However, in a retrospective study, already you have a information about that who people are suffering from the disease and who people are not suffering from the disease. From a given population, you just take a sample, suitable sample, and then try to see the what factors are responsible for the disease. That means we are starting from end and then we'll go to the initial part. So that is a backward study. In prospective study, we will calculate the relative risk, and relative risk is nothing but it is the ratio of incidence of the disease among exposed by incidence of disease among the non-exposed. And as I said that in the prospective study, we are using the population information. So relative risk is the actually a parameter, and it is very difficult to obtain because of the it required a larger sample size and others. And retrospective study, we will calculate the estimate of relative risk. It is known as odds ratio. The formula remains the same, but odds ratio is dependent odds that exposed individual will have the disease and odds that non-exposed individual will have the disease. So it is the ratio of this, and odds ratio is nothing but the estimate of a relative risk, and which are require the because we the cost of the experiment is the lesser in the uh, retrospective study compared to the prospective study. Okay, now why we need to go for the study of prospective study and retrospective study? I told you that if we are using the binary logistic regression, so of course when your response is a binary, so there are three different link transformation you are using about deciding regression models or the impact of the covariates on a response. So the links, three links which we have discussed are the logit link,
Totally.
probit link, and
Completely.
complementary link.
Completely.
So logit link is nothing but we have written the form is theta equal to log mu upon 1 minus mu, where mu is nothing
One
but
minus.
the expected value of response. This is the one. Second is theta equal to you have considered the probit link, it is the phi inverse of mu, phi inverse of mu or pi, whatever you say. And third It is a complementary, nothing but log of
log
minus log of.
minus log 1 minus 2.
Okay, 1 minus mu or mu. So you can have these three links, but the logic link give the estimate of the same estimate of the parameters if data is
Whether data
sampled
perspective
retrospectively or
perspective
prospectively. So that is how we always use the logistic link. So I will show you how it is useful. So theorem is logistic link gives the same estimate of parameters except intercept parameter in binary logistic regression. Either data sampled prospectively or retrospectively. Okay, so logistic link gives the same estimate of parameter except intercept parameter. In binary logistic regression, either data are sampled prospectively or retrospectively. So to prove this, we can go with suppose for example that a population is classified according to two binary variables. We have two variables and both are binary. This is one variable d d bar referring to the presence or absence of disease. So D is for the presence of the disease and D bar is a absence of the disease. And X bar referring to exposure. It means X for the presence of exposure or absence of exposure. Okay, so we have a two variable. One is a disease and another is a exposure. So D means presence of disease, D bar means absence of disease. X is a presence of exposure, X bar is a absence of exposure. Let the corresponding proportion in the population be given as follow. If we have the, let us say there are so many observations we have taken. So how it is? So we have like that. This is a disease status and this is a exposure status. Disease absence, disease presence. Exposure absence, exposure presence. And suppose that proportion is known as, let us say, when there is no exposure, there is no disease. I call them as a pi 0 0. When there is no exposure, but there is a presence of disease. There is a exposure, but there is absence of disease, so it is known as a pi 1 0. And when there is a exposure and there is a disease, it is called the pi 1 1. So of course we know that it is a you usually have the frequency, so you just divide the total by the corresponding frequency, you will get the proportion. So I have just written the proportion. So this total proportion is pi 0 dot, this is a pi 1 dot, this is a pi
I dot zero.
1
Dot zero.
dot 0, sorry, dot 0, and this is a pi dot 1,
Dot one.
and this
Dot
is a
one.
pi
Dot
dot
one.
dot means overall. ओके तो यहाँ पे आपको समझ में आएगा इसका अर्थ क्या है. इट
Yes,
इज ए
sir.
समेशन j इक्वल टू 0 to 1, और if you don't want to write the summation, let us simple write it. It is nothing but the pi 0 0 plus pi 0 1. Here it is a pi 1 0 plus pi 1 1. Here it is a pi 0 0 plus pi 1 0. This is a pi 0 1 plus pi 1 1, and this is nothing but all pi 0 0 plus pi 0 1 plus pi 1 0 plus pi 1 1. Okay,
Pi 1 1.
so this is the way I have it considered the, because I wish to prove that logistic scale give the same estimate of regression parameters except the intercept, whether the data are taken prospectively or retrospectively. So for that I have considered the two variable, both are binary in nature. One variable is the effect, that is the disease, another is a cause, that is called exposure. I denote D as a presence of disease, D bar is a absence of disease, X is a presence of exposure, X bar is a absence of exposure. Okay. In prospective study, we fix, whenever you are talking about the contingency table, we always say that Why there is a loss of 1 degree of freedom? Because of we either fix the row total or column total. So of course this is a contingency table. So if we start with the prospective study, that means we talk about the whether there is exposure is absence or exposure is present, and then we try to observe the incidence of the absence of disease and presence of the disease. So this is prospective study. Start from X is in your hand, and then you are trying to observe about the incidence of disease. In retrospective study, you have this information whether the patient is suffering from the disease or not, and then you are going back what is the impact of a exposure. So in prospective we start from row to column, and in retrospective we start from column to row. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So in prospective study we fix the total associated with exposure. That means we are fixing the row total because we know the information about exposure in a prospective study. Then the corresponding logits are so how will you log it? Means it is a log of odds ratio. So if you are fixing the row, then first row, let us say you have fixed this. Then what is the logit? It is a log of odds of presence of disease to absence of disease. Is it? ऐसा ही था ना?
Yes, sir. हाँ.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
can say pi 0 1 divided by
Pi
pi
1 1.
0 0. इसमें ही बात कर रहे हैं. We are just fixing the row. So we are talking about the first. दोनों में exposure
Okay, sir.
absence है. So what is that? It is a presence
Yes,
of
sir.
disease. It is a log of ratio of probability of presence of disease to the absence of disease. Similarly, exposure जब present है तो it is a log of presence of disease to the
This by absence
absence
of
of disease. So this is logits are log pi 0 1 upon pi 0 0 4 exposure group and log क्या आएगा? सॉरी नॉन एक्सपोजर. दिस इज फॉर नॉन एक्सपोजर. और एक्सपोजर के लिए क्या आएगा? log pi 1 1 upon pi 1
Pi 1
0.
Pi 1 0.
log
0.
pi 1 1 upon pi 1 0 4 exposure group. So these are the logit you have taken. Now we, as if you remember, I said that in a logistic scale, the difference is remains same whether you have taken the data from prospectively or retrospectively. ऐसा मैंने initial stage में नोट करके लिखाया था. Or one of the most theoretical advantage of the logistic link function over all other link is that the differences on the logistic scale can be estimated regardless of whether the data are sampled prospectively or retrospectively. मतलब it is remain the same whether you take the data prospectively or retrospectively. Therefore, the difference. तो डिफरेंस क्या होगा? आई कॉल देम एज द डेल्टा. तो आप यूजुअली डिफरेंस कहाँ से लेते हैं? प्रेजेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर टू एब्सेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर. तो प्रेजेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर का लॉजिस्टिक स्केल क्या है? pi 1 1 upon pi 1 0 minus log of pi 0 1 upon pi 0 0. So what will you write for this? Can I write it as a log of pi 1 1
Pi 1 1 Pi 0 0.
pi 1 0 into
multiplication में actually
pi 0 0 upon
500
pi 0
501
माइनस है ना, तो अंदर चला जाएगा, इन्वर्स हो जाएगा. तो दिस इज व्हाट आई एम गेटिंग.
yes
आई एम saying it is, let us say, equation 1. बराबर. Equation 1 can also be estimated by sampling retrospectively from the disease group absence and presence of disease. Sorry, absence and presence of disease. Because ठीक है, तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, अब यही का यही आप इसमें से आप देखो. सपोज आप एब्सेंस एंड प्रेजेंस ऑफ डिजीज के ऊपर से यहाँ से बात कर रहे हैं, तो इसका आपको प्रोस्पेक्टिव स्टडी निकालना है, तो क्या करेंगे, प्रेजेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर टू एब्सेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर, ठीक है, डिजीज ग्रुप में. और यहाँ पे क्या होगा, लॉजिक प्रेजेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर टू एब्सेंस ऑफ एक्सपोजर. तो इसका मतलब डिजीज ग्रुप के लिए लॉजिक क्या होगा, log पाई 11 अपॉन पाई 01. एंड एब्सेंस ऑफ डिजीज के लिए क्या होगा, log पाई 10 अपॉन पाई 00. वही होगा ना.
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर.
So
yes
that is,
yes sir
if you take the difference of this logit, what is that? It is a pi 11 upon pi 01 minus ln क्या आएगा, तो यहाँ पे लिखा है, फिर से देखिए, पाई 11 अपॉन पाई 01, यहाँ पे आएगा पाई 10 अपॉन पाई 00.
500
500.
500.
10 upon
yes sir
pi
500
So what will you get? It is a ln of pi 11 upon pi 01 into
501
pi 00 upon
500
pi
510 1
So look at the equation 1 and 2, whether they are same. See, this is and this is. Both are same. Whether you are
Same,
taking
sir.
the
Same,
in
sir.
a logistic scale the difference. ये मैंने सिर्फ क्या दिखाया कि difference remain the same whether you take the data prospectively or retrospectively. In prospective, you have the information exposure, so you calculate the logic of presence of exposure and absence of exposure. Similarly, in a retrospective, you have the information about the disease, so you have calculated the present logic for the presence of disease and absence of disease. And when you take the logistic scale, that logistic scale difference will give the same for the prospective and retrospective. So that we can observe from the equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, we can say that even if data are sampled retrospectively, estimate of the effect of the treatment Okay. Remain same. Such effect may be found by application of logistic model to probability of D given X. तो probability of D given X क्या है? तो following Armitage 1971 and Breslow and Day 1980 we may write the probability of D given X. Here I am writing the X. X means it may possible more than one variables are there. Okay, X is a vector. It is nothing but the exponent of alpha is intercept parameter and beta is nothing but the regression coefficient. It is a vector of regression coefficient. ओके तो ये फॉर्म जाना पहचाना लग रहा है कहीं?
हाँ
तो
सर।
ये हमने निकाला ना प्रोबेबिलिटी जो निकाला था बाइनरी
सर।
लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन में, तो इट इज नथिंग बट दी e raised to eta upon 1 plus e raised to eta. Okay,
Eta.
this quantity is known as, हमने इसको ईटा कहा था, याद है? ईटा इज नथिंग बट
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
linear predictor.
Predictor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so our basic idea is that we are trying to find out this beta, and what we say that this beta, the estimate of the beta remains same if you take the data retrospectively or prospectively. Only you observe the change in the alpha. Alpha may not be the same. Okay, and that is how we consider alpha as a nuisance parameter. So we will prove. Suppose if you take the data prospectively, so what happens? This information is given, X is known to you. So X is known, that means it is in the conditional, and now we are trying to find out what is the probability of the disease. So that you can obtain by this particular logistic distribution. So this is nothing but the CDF of logistic distribution, and therefore it is also known as a logistic regression models. Okay. Okay. तो probability of D given X क्या है? It is a probability of D given X. It is a probability of disease given an arbitrary vector of covariate, because we don't know that which covariates are affecting. So we get arbitrary vector of covariates. What are the covariates? We call them as a X. So this is about the prospectively. Suppose now data are sampled retrospectively. Okay, so of course when you talk about retrospectively, you have to introduce a one dummy variable. Introduce the dummy variable z corresponding to whether or not an individual is sampled Okay, so if I'm taking z is equal to 1, it means the individual is sampled. Z equal to 0 means individual is not sampled. And denote the sampling proportion by let us say pi is equal to pi 1. It is the probability z is equal to 1. That means the individual is sampled from the given D. That means a disease group है, उसमें से आपने जो बंदे को सैंपल में सिलेक्ट किया है उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है पाई 1 and pi 0 means it is a probability that z is equal to 1 given d bar. D bar means a person is selected
Which
in a
who is not having the
sample
disease.
as not having a disease. Okay, so pi 1 means a person who is selected in the sample is suffering from the disease. Pi 0 means it is a probability of the person who is selected in sample but do not suffer from any disease. It is assumed here that sampling proportion depends only on D, not on X. So whenever we take the sample, we only see that whether the patient is suffering from the disease or not. We never look for that whether the patient is received the exposure or not. Okay? So retrospectively में हम कहाँ से बात कर रहे हैं? हमारे पास सिर्फ information किसकी है? We have only information about the whether the patient is suffering from the disease or not. We do not have any information about exposure. एक बार पेशेंट आपके पास आया, बाद में आप उसको पूछेंगे, देन यू गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन कि हाँ उसने कितनी सिगारेट पी थी, कितना कॉफी पिया था. ओके, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? So that is how we are going. It is a backward study in a retrospectively. So first we take the sample from the both group, whether the patient is suffering from the disease or not, and then we talk about the exposure. So because here we are using the inverse concept of probability, एक्चुअली पेशेंट को पहले एक्सपोजर मिला है, बाद में डिजीज हुआ है. सही है ना? यस और नो? हेलो, एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना. पेशेंट जब आप एक्सपोजर ले रहे हैं, मतलब आप कॉफी पी रहे हैं, फिर बात की बात हो रही है कि कॉफी पीने से आपको कोई डिजीज हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा. तो ये आप देखो तो कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी हो गया. given exposure, what is the probability that the individual is going to suffer from the disease or not? तो ये हो गया कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी. इवेंट कौन सी पहले बनी इसमें से कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी में? डिजीज पहले आया या एक्सपोजर पहले आया?
Exposure.
एक्सपोजर
Exposure.
पहले आया. तो इसलिए आपको गिवन एक्सपोजर व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट द इंडिविजुअल इज गोइंग टू सफर फ्रॉम द डिजीज. तो ये हो गया कंडीशनल. लेकिन मैं रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव में बात कर रहा हूं तो मेरे पास तो डिजीज की इंफॉर्मेशन है. नाउ आई एम गोइंग बैक.
Yes, sir.
तो इसका मतलब बेस थ्योरम का कॉन्सेप्ट हुआ.
To exposure.
जैसे आप कहते हैं ना कि भाई दो there are two urns, urn 1 and urn 2. Urn 1 contains 3 red and 2 white balls. Urn 2 contains 2 red and 3 white balls. And now we are trying to find out that what is the probability that the white ball is coming from the urn 1. Okay, इसका मतलब urn 1 तो पहले सिलेक्ट हुआ है. आप पूछ रहे हैं कि भाई what is the probability में जो white ball सिलेक्ट किया है वो urn 1 में से आएगा. So that is how we have to apply the concept of a Bayes theorem. Okay, so now use Bayes theorem to compute. क्या कंप्यूट करना है हमें कि भाई what is the probability that patient is suffering from the disease when the sample is taken retrospectively and some exposure is given. यही ढूंढना है ना हमें.
Yes, sir.
When I am taking z is equal to 1, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि पेशेंट को डिजीज है उसमें से आपने सैंपल लिया है. देयर आर टू थिंग. डी बार आप ले सकते हैं, डी ले सकते हैं. तो हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट? बट अल्टीमेटली हमें तो ढूंढना है व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट द पेशेंट इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम द डिजीज व्हेन सर्टेन एक्सपोजर आर गिवन. बट व्हेन आई एम सेइंग दैट z इज इक्वल टू 1, इसका मतलब हुआ हम रिट्रोस्पेक्टिवली चल रहे हैं, सैंपल लिया है. So what is that? Probability that the individual is sampled, given that the person is suffering from the disease and some exposure is there. Into क्या होगा? Probability of D given x bar. यही होगा ना?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are just talking about the retrospectively sample लिया है कि disease भी है and some exposure भी है. ठीक है, x means some vector of covariates which are affecting the disease. लेकिन क्या है कि disease कैसे हुआ? तो some exposure दे इसलिए. तो probability of z is equal to 1 given dx. Now we are saying that the probability of d given x. तो ये दोनों आप जानते हैं. डिवाइड बाय क्या होगा? Probability that z is equal to 1 given dx bar into probability that d given x plus क्या होगा? Probability that z is equal to 1, but कौन सा सैंपल है जो नॉन डिजीज है उनका? तो d bar x into probability that d bar given x. ठीक है, ये होगा.
Yes, sir.
What I am looking for? I am looking for the probability that d given z is equal to 1 x bar. तो मैंने क्या किया? Probability of z is equal to 1 given d x bar into probability of d given x bar. अब नीचे क्या होगा? कंप्लीट होगा. all possible probability. तो all possible में क्या है? Either patient is suffering from the disease or patient is not suffering from the disease. तो what is this? ये हमने कैलकुलेट किया है. इसको हमने क्या कहा है कि आपने सैंपल रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव लिया है एंड पेशेंट इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम द डिजीज. तो यू कॉल देम एज ए पाई 1. ठीक है, दिस इज पाई 1. और ये आपने आगे निकाला, इसको क्या कहा? व्हाट डिड यू से? probability of this,
CDF of logistics.
it is a exponent of
Alpha plus
alpha
beta
plus
x
beta dash x upon 1
by
plus
1 plus
exponent of
of
alpha plus
alpha
beta
beta.
dash x.
अल्फा प्लस
ठीक है, ये हुआ।
बीटा ट्रांसपोज एक्स।
नीचे क्या आएगा, ये तो ऊपर का एज इट इज एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स अपॉन 1 प्लस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स प्लस क्या होगा, व्हाट अबाउट दिस, दिस इज ए पाई जीरो
पाई नॉट
पाई नॉट, और ये क्या होगा, 1 माइनस होगा, 1 माइनस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश
प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स
1 प्लस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स। ठीक है, अब आप देखो ये यहाँ आएगा तो 1 प्लस होगा एंड दिस इज माइनस, ये प्लस तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो नीचे क्या बचेगा, दिस इज ए पाई 1, नीचे आपका रहेगा 1 प्लस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा एक्स, यहाँ पे भी है और यहाँ पे भी है, तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो क्या बचा है, पाई 1 एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स डिवाइड बाय पाई 1 एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स प्लस क्या होगा, पाई 0 होगा ना, वाई, बिकॉज दिस इज 1 प्लस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ दिस, ये माइनस है तो दिस कैंसिल आउट, तो क्या बचेगा 1 अपॉन 1 प्लस एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स, यहाँ पे भी डिनोमिनेटर में है और यहाँ पे भी है, तो दिस विल बी कैंसिल आउट, तो क्या बचेगा, पाई 1 एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स, पाई 1 एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स प्लस पाई 0 मिलेगा ना, इतना सही है कि नहीं।
हाँ सर बराबर है।
यस सर।
गेटिंग माई पॉइंट, अप्लाइड में से जवाब नहीं आ रहा है,
यस सर, सही है सर।
सही है, हाँ बोलते रहो तो हमें लगेगा कि सब सुन रहे हैं, या 2-3 का ही आवाज आए तो मजा नहीं आता है। ठीक है, तो अब मैं कैन आई डिवाइड दिस होल क्वांटिटी बाय पाई 0, मैं इसको ऐसा लिख सकता हूँ, पाई 1 अपॉन पाई 0 इंटू एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स अपॉन पाई 1 अपॉन पाई 0 एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ अल्फा प्लस बीटा डैश एक्स प्लस 1 लिख सकता हूँ मैं,
यस सर।
कैन आई राइट, मैंने पाई 0 से डिवाइड
Yes,
किया
sir.
न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर में, अब मैं
Yes,
इसको ये जो पाई 1 अपॉन पाई 0 है, शुड आई टेक इनसाइड, if I'll take inside what happen, I can write it is a log pi 1 upon pi 0 plus alpha plus beta dash x लिख सकता हूँ, एक्सपोनेंट में जाएगा तो क्या ले लिया, log ले लिया, एक्सपोनेंट ऑफ ln pi 1 upon pi 0 plus alpha plus beta dash x plus 1 लिख सकते हैं।
हाँ सर।
यस सर।
अब बताइए
यस सर। यस
लिख सकते हैं सर।
तो सपोज मैं इन दोनों को मिला लूं, यहाँ पे कहीं बीटा है log पाई 1 अपॉन पाई 0 में नहीं है, यहाँ पे अल्फा में कहीं बीटा है नहीं है, तो इफ आई एम टेलिंग देम एज सम न्यू intercept parameters, can I write it as the exponent of alpha star plus beta dash x exponent of alpha star plus beta dash x plus 1, तो इसको मैं ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ, exponent of alpha star plus beta dash x upon 1 plus exponent of alpha star
Alpha
plus
star
beta
plus
dash x लिख सकते हैं ना,
यस सर।
सेम है,
यस
okay,
यस
where alpha star equal to log phi 1 upon phi 0 plus alpha. So this is say equation number, यहाँ पे कुछ इक्वेशन दिया था
3
3.
2 दिया था सर,
नहीं दिया, इसको 3
2 था इसके पहले सर।
look at the equation 3
अच्छा,
and look at the equation
इसको
4.
4। ओके,
ठीक है, तो राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ दिस सेम, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में हमने क्या किया, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ डी गिवन z is equal to 1x, तो z equal to 1 means the data is taken retrospectively. यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या है, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ डी गिवन x, that means the data is taken prospectively. You can see the right hand side of equation 3 and 4 both are same except alpha intercept parameter. So that means the regression coefficient remains same. ऐसा ही हुआ ना?
हाँ.
In other words, although the data have been sampled retrospectively, the same beta retrospectively, the logistic scale or logistic model continues to apply with exactly the same beta, but with different intercept. Okay. Here one can treat intercept parameter as nuisance parameter. न्यूसेंस पैरामीटर कंसीडर करेंगे तो आप यूज कर सकते हैं ना, when the data is taken prospectively or retrospectively. Is that clear? तो हम पहले से वापस चलते हैं, हमने क्या किया, our aim is that when you give the theoretical advantage of the logistic scale is the difference of logistic scale remains same whether the sample are taken prospectively or retrospectively. और अब हम कहते हैं कि logistic scale having the better advantage over other scale, the reason is that in logic link or the logic transformation, the logistic regression give the same estimate of the parameters of regression coefficient, either data sampled prospectively or retrospectively. So to prove that, we have considered the two binary variable. One variable is the disease variable, so it is a presence or absence of disease. Second variable is a exposure variable, it is also binary, x for the presence and x bar for the absence of the exposure. Then we write the corresponding proportion in the form of contingency table. The absence of disease, presence of disease, absence of exposure, presence of
हेलो सर.
yes.
सर सर आपकी आवाज बहुत धीमे आ रही है सर.
अभी आ रही है?
हाँ अभी क्लियर आ रही है सर. हाँ सर.
Okay. So you have considered two variables. One is for the disease, another is for the exposure, and both are considered as a binary variable, whether disease presence or absent. Disease presence is denoted as D, absent is denoted as a D bar, exposure is present is known as a X, and absence is a X bar. So we have calculated the proportion. Pi 0 means it is the proportion of the population who do not have any exposure and not suffering from any disease. Pi 1 is that it is the proportion of the people who do not have any exposure but they are suffering from the disease. Pi 10 means it is the proportion that the exposure is present but there is a absence of disease. And pi 11 means there is a exposure, there is the proportion of the people who has some exposure and the presence of the disease. So when you are talking about prospective study, you are fixing the row. Why? Because exposure, so you are just fixing the exposure and then you are trying to obtain the incidence of the disease. So in a logistic scale, if you are fixing the exposure, so let us say row total fix karenge, so what is the logistic scale of logit scale under the absence of exposure and presence of exposure? So it is a log of pi 1 upon pi 0 under non-exposure, and it is a log pi 1 upon pi 10 under the presence of exposure. And if you take the difference of this, you will get you are just taking the difference of presence of disease to, presence of exposure to absence of exposure. So presence of exposure minus absence of exposure, that logit scale difference is denoted by delta and it is obtained by this. So we call them as this. Now, if you take retrospectively means you have the information whether the disease is presence or absence, and then you are going reverse back about the presence and absence of a exposure. So for a presence of disease, you are trying to obtain the logit of presence of exposure to absence of exposure. So it is a ln pi 11 upon ln pi 0. Here for the absence of disease, it is a ln pi 10 to ln pi 00, and just take the difference of this two logit scale, you will get this equation. So equation 1 and 2 both are the same. So in a logistic scale, the difference remains the same whether the data is taken prospectively or retrospectively. But our aim is to prove that the estimate of regression coefficient remain the same whether the data are taken prospectively or retrospectively. So for that, we have to consider the probability models. So following the Armitage, Breslow and Day, the probability of the disease given exposure X is given by exponent of alpha plus beta dash X upon 1 plus exponent of alpha plus beta dash X. Here the small vector X is nothing but it is a vector of covariate. There may be so many variables are there. Alpha is intercept parameters and the beta is nothing but it is a vector of regression coefficient. So this is nothing but the CDF of a logistic distribution on the line of Armitage, Breslow and Day. So it is a probability of a disease given an arbitrary vector of covariate X. Suppose now data are taken retrospectively. So you need to introduce a dummy variables because we have to taken the sample from a given a population. So in a retrospectively means we have the information about the disease, presence and absence of disease, and then we have to go for the assessment of the amount of exposure received by the patient or both the group. So we introduce a dummy variable Z which takes value 1, that means sample is taken retrospectively, 0 means not. But here we are interested that the sample should be taken retrospectively, and therefore we calculate the probability let us say pi1 is nothing but the probability that the sample is taken retrospectively from the disease group, and pi0 is nothing but it is a probability that the sample is taken retrospectively from non-disease group. Now it is assumed that the sampling proportion depends only on the D. So you can see that this sampling is only depends on the presence and absence of the disease. It does not depend on the X. So now we are interested to find out what is the probability that the patient is suffering from the disease when the sample is taken retrospectively and some exposure is given to the patient. So to obtain this, what first the things we know? So we know that the patient is suffering from the disease or not. ये हम जानते हैं ना, because it is a retrospectively. और जब patient disease है या absent है, present है, but उसको some exposure तो मिला है, वो भी जानते हैं. लेकिन what is the amount of exposure that we don't know. So now we are taking the sample. So Z equal to 1 given this, but we know that the probability of D given X bar, so that we already know. Here we have already calculated this. Now, divide by the probability of Z equal to 1 given D X bar into probability of D given X bar. That is about the presence of disease. So what about the absence of disease? Because events are classified into the two mutually exclusive, either presence of the disease and absence of disease. So the another probability is for the absence of disease. Now just supply all the value. We know this we have supplied. Okay. And this is nothing but the pi1. This is nothing but the pi0. Sorry, this is the pi0. And this is nothing but 1 minus probability of, because it is a mutually exclusive event. So we can also write this way. Probability of D given X bar is equal to 1 minus probability that D bar given X, because it is a mutually exclusive event. So we can write 1 minus probability of D, और यहाँ पे D bar निकाल रहे हो तो ये D आएगा. And just due to the simple calculation, we obtain this. And now we have taken this exponent inside. So we have taken the log of pi1, pi10 plus alpha plus beta 1 dash x, and we call them as a alpha star. So we can write this as the exponent of alpha star plus beta dash x upon 1 plus exponent of alpha star plus beta dash x. You can see that there should not be any change in the beta. That is remain the same in equation 3 and 4. Okay. This is for the prospective study, and this is equation 4 is obtained for the retrospectively study. So it is saying that there should not be any change in the regression coefficient. So that means the estimate of the parameters of regression coefficient remain the same whether the data is taken prospectively or retrospectively, except the intercept parameters. And here intercept parameter is a alpha star in a retrospective study, where alpha star is nothing but alpha plus log into pi1 upon pi0. So we can consider them as a nuisance, then we can get the same estimate of the parameters for the. Okay. So any questions, anyone?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
This kind of the usually may ask in the examination why the logistic regression is so important. What do you mean by the prospective study? What do you mean by the retrospective study? Okay, so then you can simply say that if data is of a prospective or retrospective nature, it gives the same estimate of the regression coefficient in the binary logistic regression, and therefore we always prefer the logit scale as a transformation on expected response y, expected response. Okay. And retrospectively, to obtain the data retrospectively, it is very simple compared to the prospective. Prospective data is lots of the cost and time is associated with that. But आपको retrospectively study करना है, तो you just go to the hospital. Hospital has all the information, because a person who is suffering from the disease, they are visiting the hospitals, and then you can take the decision about this. you have to constitute the another group of a absence of the disease, so that you can also take the healthy volunteers, and then you can identify. Even if you are talking about the specific disease, there are other peoples who are also in the hospitals who do not suffering from the specific disease, so that you can consider as a comparative group to study the specific concept of exposure. So if you have no questions, no query, so I will keep our lecture up to here. Yes.
हेलो सर। सर कल की रिकॉर्डिंग आपने डाली है
uh,
यूट्यूब पे?
3 दिन की बाकी है।